Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new Sunday reset. Got lots of cleaning motivation in today's video. I am starting off with some laundry. I'm going to get that hung on the line. But this week my reset looked a little bit different than what I typically try to do. So typically I would try to get all of my cleaning done in one day, but I just didn't have the time this week. I had to just do what I could when I could. So today I am just gonna make myself a to-do list, but I tried to be realistic with myself with what I could get done. So I just wrote down a handful of things. I needed to bathe the 2 little dogs. I needed to catch up on laundry, which I didn't really do all of that on camera. I had like so many loads in my room that needed to be folded. While that is on my to-do list, I did not film myself folding that much laundry. I needed to change the younger 2 kids' bed sheets. I try to do our sheets weekly and I do them all on different days. So I have one day where I'll just do my bed, and then one day I'll do my younger 2, I'll do both of their beds since they share a bedroom together. And then my oldest, I'll do his bed on a completely different day. That just works out for me because it is a lot of work when I'm trying to do everybody's bed in one day. I have done that before, but it is killer. It's very, very tiresome when you're trying to wash sheets and comforters and trying to get it back on all of the beds. But what I'm doing right now is repotting my aloe plant. That was something else that I wanted to get done today. I've had it in this smaller pot for a while. This actually came from one of my really good friends. She gifted me this aloe and I've had it sitting in my kitchen and it's done really well so far, but it's just time to get it transferred into something better. And I had this pot mix in my shed already, so I'm just using that, and I'm gonna take it back inside and set it in the classroom window. We have a little table right there in front of the window where it can get some sunlight, so I'm gonna set it there. It is looking a little weak, so I'm hoping in the days to come it will start to perk up. Wanted to take a minute to kindly thank Wildgrain for partnering with me again on today's video. So Wildgrain is the first Bake from Frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas. Wildgrain partners with small bakers and pasta makers across the country to bring these artisanal, high-quality foods straight to my kitchen. So I'm getting amazing bread while supporting local family-run businesses, and I love that about Wildgrain. All I have to do is pop it straight in the oven from frozen, and in 25 minutes we have fresh bakery quality bread, and it's such an upgrade from your typical store-bought bread. It doesn't even compare. I wanted to show you guys really quickly what we got in our box. We got these amazing looking snickerdoodle cookies. We also got a loaf of sourdough bread, got some fresh cavatappi pasta. That's gonna make some great homemade mac and cheese. We got some churned French butter and also some more of the Parmesan herb biscuits. Those are so delicious. I was super excited to try these chocolate croissants. They were actually so very delicious. And my favorite, some more of the croissants. Love with Wildgrain sourdough. I don't have to spend hours kneading, proofing, and hoping that my sourdough turns out right. Wildgrain takes care of it all with a slow fermentation process, which makes it easier on your stomach as well. It's packed with nutrients and it can even help with blood sugar spikes. Wildgrain is also fully customizable with options like plant-based and gluten-free to suit everyone's needs, and they're constantly adding new, seasonal, and limited time special items to try when you build your next box. Plus, I love that I'm supporting small bakeries and pasta makers across the country, and for every membership, Wildgrain donates 4 meals to the Greater Boston Food Bank. So if you want to check out Wildgrain, be sure to click the link in the description and use my code Kelly to get $30 off your first box plus free croissants for life. Thank you, Wildgrain, for partnering with me on today's video. Just a little bit of behind the scenes mom life here. Ray wanted a peanut butter and jelly with some fruit, so I'm just making that for her really quick. And I'm gonna make myself something to drink. I try to drink 1 tumbler full of water each day, but I'll usually put in a packet of my liquid IV, and I only do 1 of those a day. After I finish that 1 tumbler, I'll try to drink another one without the liquid IV, just the water. It doesn't always happen because I'm just not a water drinker. I like some kind of flavor in my water, but the liquid IV definitely helps me to get my water down. And I'm calling it liquid IV, but a lot of the times I just get the generic. I had started getting the liquid IV packets, and then I discovered that most stores have a generic brand of them, and so that's what I typically get, and it's a lot cheaper. To me, they don't taste any different. But right now I'm just making my to-do list for the day, and like I said, I'm keeping this very realistic. I didn't want to make my list too long and not be able to finish everything, because sometimes if I make my list too long and I don't finish what's on the list, I feel bad about what I didn't get done. So I'm just being very realistic with myself today. I knew what I could probably get accomplished, and I got near about everything done. The turtle tank that's on the list, that is actually my oldest son's job. I had just wrote it down so I would remember to remind him to get it done. But that is his job. He does that every week. And I did also put dinner on my list, but I wrote it down because I still needed to plan dinner. I needed to figure out what dinner was going to be. So I had put that on my list to remind myself to look in the freezer and just see what I could come up with for a meal on this night. Been in this clean out mood where I'm cleaning out my pantry, using things up, and in my fridge and freezer. I like to do this often. I'll look in my freezer and see what needs to be used up, and I'll make a dinner out of that. And so that's kind of what I did tonight. I just pulled random things out of my freezer and I made it work all together. Been meaning to plan a full week of meals out of my freezer in my pantry, just do a full inventory and see what kind of meals I can come up with. And that's a really great way to have like a no spend week on your grocery bill. Obviously, we still have to get some groceries every week, but for our main meals, it's great to look in our freezers occasionally and just see what we can come up with. A lot of times you can cut your grocery bill in half for that week. So I am planning to sit down and do a no spend meal plan coming up here pretty soon, and I will probably share that with you guys as well.
I got no reason to be sad. My mood is convinced me that it's bad. With every emotion that I had, but you don't care. Oh my God, it's so strange how we end up being here again. I don't care as long as you get me off my feet. I don't know what to say. Oh my God, it's so strange. Your eyes, I get you sent from miles away. It's a freeway to outer space. If you give me it, baby.
So this is some grilled chicken. I pulled that out of my freezer. I'm gonna set that in the sink to thaw. I also have some bacon that I had thawed the previous day that I never got around to cooking. So I decided to do some chicken clubs tonight, which I didn't have everything to make a complete chicken club, like lettuce and tomato and all of that. But I did have some chicken, I had some bacon. Anyways, you guys will see that dinner a little bit later on, but we are moving on to the dogs' baths. So Pom Pom and Charlie both desperately needed a bath. Pom Pom especially, she just gets so dirty. She has so much hair. She is a Pomeranian and Shih Tzu mix, and she is very furry. I don't know how in the world she gets so dirty because she's inside most of the time. But it's like when I bathe her, it looks like she went out and rolled in the dirt. But I know she doesn't do that either. She normally just goes outside, she'll use the bathroom, and she comes back in. So I don't know what in the world. Anyways, I quickly got that done and crossed it off my list. Every time Pom gets a bath, I also will go ahead and wash her bed Charlie also has a bed, but she very rarely uses it. Pom Pom is older. She's not able to jump up on furniture or beds, so she does actually use her bed, but Charlie is a very spunky little dog. She can get up on the couch, she can get up on any of our beds, and so that's usually where she typically will sleep, is in one of our beds or on the couch. I'm just gonna get Pom Pom's bed onto a wash really quick and then head down to Kane and Ray's bedroom, go ahead and strip their sheets. This is kind of where the majority of my day went, because when I was stripping their sheets, I got to looking under their beds and realized they needed to be cleaned again. Things get shoved under there. They also get really dusty and just dirty. So I do try to clean under their beds often. So while I wasn't exactly intending to do a mama deep clean in here today, it kind of just happened that way. It's about once a month anyways. I like to come in here and do my mama deep clean, where I will go under their beds and get everything that got shoved under there out, mop the floor, and, you know, just clean all the places that they do not clean when they clean their room. So at the end of today's video, I'll be hanging their new nets for their stuffed animals. We had some before, but they were just cheap ones that I found at Five Below, and they actually got ripped, both of them. But I did get some new ones, and they seem to be much better quality. So we'll be getting those hung later on in the video.
Gets cold, let's turn up the heat, yeah. With every beat we feel, the night could be surreal. Could be surreal. When the beat drops down low, let it pull you in real close. Are you down for it? Tell me, are you down for it, boy? And when the lights get low.
In their bedroom, and also in my older son's room, we do utilize under the bed storage. So I have a container where I keep all of their spare sheets. I like to keep spare sheets ready and available in case something happens through the night. You never know if somebody's going to get sick or have an accident. So I like to have sheets ready that are clean and can just be put on their bed. So I have a container under everybody's bed that has clean sheets in it that are ready to go, and then also any extra toys. So my daughter's doll houses and things like that, she also has a container under her bed that holds all of her Barbies and LOL dolls and all of those little accessories. And under my son's bed, he's got a lot of big dinosaurs, so we keep some of those under the bed, and then he also has a container with sheets.
The rhythm pulling me deeper. You know I'm caught in gravity, falling. I can't believe this night just belongs to me and you. Can you feel me? And when the lights get low, let the shadows steal the show. Are you down for it? Tell me, are you down for it? Boy, I'm ready for the thrill, yeah. No holding back, it's real, baby.
About once a month I will wash the rug that's in their room, and I had already done that. It just needed to be put back down. So before I do that, I'm going to quickly mop over the floor, come in here and mop as needed. If it needs it, but otherwise it's typically about once a month I'll come in here and do that. And the same for my older son's room. We vacuum pretty often, but as far as mopping, that typically happens about once a month. So I'm gonna finish up in here, and then I need to go grab the laundry off the line, and it is time to start dinner already. So we'll be taking care of that here in just a minute. And then I've got some more cleaning I'm gonna get done after dinner that actually wasn't even on my list, but I felt like I had the energy to get it done. So we'll be doing some more cleaning after dinner. And as for their sheets, I had took their mattress protectors off today. Those really needed to be washed. I don't wash those every time I do their sheets, and so it was time for that. I'm gonna let those get done before I put clean sheets on their bed, so we'll come back and do that a little bit later. All right, so tonight for dinner, we are gonna do some chicken, bacon sandwiches. I've got some grilled chicken that I pulled out of my freezer, which is already cooked through. It just needs to be heated. And then some bacon that I had thawed the previous day. I just didn't get around to cooking that up. So I'm gonna make that tonight with our chicken, and we will have it on some bread that I actually pulled out my freezer as well, that we needed to use. I went in my freezer and I found several things that needed to be used. We had a random piece of bag of fries. We had some mozzarella sticks. I also had some salad in the drawer. So I just pulled all of that out, and that is what we had for dinner. It was super, super random, but also very realistic. We don't always have perfectly planned out meals. Sometimes I just throw together what I can throw together and what I can get on the table. So that is what tonight's dinner was.
Take me to the stars and the moon. My mind's out of balance. Heartbeats irregular. Kinda thought we'd work it through. Lights beat, tears streaming down. I'm here, but already moving on. You care, then you kill it better. It's never gonna feel right. Maybe it's a matter of time. Maybe it's a matter of time. Maybe it's a matter of time. Funny are the times we've had. Always made me feel
Moving on to my laundry room. This was not really on my list to do today, but I decided to go ahead and take care of it because it has been bugging me. There's some drink boxes sitting here in front of my freezer. I wanted to get those up, and that's Kane and Ray's rug sitting on top of my freezer. That will be going back in their room when I put their sheets back on in a bit. There's a few things that I wanted to take care of in here, like the black chairs. Those I typically keep in my shed, but I pulled them out for Ray's birthday party back in November, and we also used them for Kane's party a few weeks ago, and I just had them sitting next to the freezer, and I haven't made the time to take them back out to the shed, so I'm gonna do that. And I also wanted to go ahead and take Ellie's kennel down. She doesn't really use that anymore, and it's just sitting, taking up space. But I do want to keep it, so I will fold it up and store it in the shed as well. Just in case there's ever a time that we need to use it. My little dogs also have kennels that we keep in the shed, but I just don't like using them unless absolutely necessary because they do kind of worry me. I've never liked leaving my dogs home alone in them because I'm worried in the back of my mind, like, what if there was a fire or something, or what if somebody broke in my house? They would have no way to run and escape the house. They would be trapped in their kennels. So at least if they're roaming free, they have a chance to run and get out. So I just don't really like using them unless absolutely necessary. And that trim piece next to my back door, that is where Ellie tried to break out of her kennel one day, and she ended up breaking some of the trim off of my wall. So I've got to replace that. I went ahead and cleaning really good back here where the kennel was at because there was a lot of dog food that had spilled out of the kennel when I was taking that down, and there was also some dryer lint that I guess just builds up back there. So I took the broom and got all of that out, mopped, and wiped the wall down really good right there. And in that blue container I keep Ellie's dog food. I would like to get another container for the little dog's food. I get them 2 separate foods. Just because Ellie is a big dog and she requires a different food than what the little dogs require. I like to get them the small bites because they are little dogs. But there next to my dryer is where I keep that. I'm just going to finish up in here, get these sheets switched over, and just finish up the rest of the cleaning that I wanted to get done. I had several blankets behind me on the shoe bench that I needed to get folded. I honestly need to go through our blankets and declutter them because I feel like right now we just have way too many throw blankets. So I'm going to get those folded, take care of the floor in here, and then we'll head back down to Kane and Ray's bedroom, get their sheets on really quick, and then we're going to flip to several days later, and I'm actually going to be taking up the rug in my living room and taking that to the laundromat. It's looking a little dingy, and I've had several of y'all recommend to just take it to the laundromat. And normally I would just clean it with my carpet shampooer, but I was actually letting someone borrow my carpet shampooer, so I didn't have it right now. And so I decided to give the laundromat a try, and I'm very happy with the results. The machine that I used did not take long at all. It took like maybe 25 minutes. And the rug actually looks brand new now. So thank you to those who suggested that. It would be really nice if I could just wash the rug at home. It says on the description of the rug that it's machine washable, but it's only machine washable if you have an industrial washer. It's not made for the everyday home washing machines. So yeah, that's the only downside of it.
I'd say it's obvious you're fed up somehow. Been hesitating, pulling away when all that you're trying to do is ease my mind. Ooh, serves me right for being way up in my head and never let you inside. Ooh, my life, I wanna try to make it better, but I don't know how. 'Cause now I'm thinking, oh my, what if you just let go of me? 'Cause I don't know if you want it or not. Thinking, oh my, what if you just let go of me? 'Cause I don't know if I'm what you want. I've been here waiting, it feels like ages. All I can think about is where we went wrong. You can be cold
let's go ahead and take this couch apart and get it moved out of here so I can get this rug up. And I am gonna also vacuum the rug before I take it to the laundromat, just because I know there's a lot of dust and dirt that needs to come up before I throw it into a washing machine. But I cannot believe the difference that it made. The rug looks so much whiter and brighter. And what I actually did is, after I washed it at the laundromat, I brought it home and laid it flat on the floor without putting the couch back together, and I just let it air dry for about 24 hours before I put the couch back together on top of it. I didn't want the rug to be damp and then put my couch back on top of it, so I did let it air dry.
I don't know if I'm the one you want. Should I go, or should I leave this on? Because lately I've been getting this feeling that you might like me too. And just maybe I could take a little risk for you. Make my move. Oh, I see you standing there. I just wanna get out of here with you. Oh, baby, I with you. Oh, baby, with you. You're coming closer, I can feel it, and I don't know what to do. Oh, baby, what to do? Oh, what should I do? I want your body on my body. Don't you see that I'm waiting for you? All I want is you. You're coming closer, I can feel it, and I don't know what to do. Oh, baby, what to do? What should I do? I'm never this shy. Wanna try to getting close to you. Just give me a sign. Tell me what I should do to you. Because lately I've been getting this feeling that you might like me too. And just maybe I could take a little risk for you. Make my move. Oh, I see you standing there. I just wanna get out of here with you. Oh, baby, I'm with you. Oh, baby, with you. You're coming closer, I can feel it, and I don't know what to do. Oh, baby, what to do? What should I do? I want your body on my body. Don't you see that I'm waiting for you? All I think about is you. You're coming closer, I can feel it, and I don't know what to do. Oh, baby, what to do? What should I do? I lose my mind when you look like that, and get you tell that I want this back. Yeah, I do. I see you standing there. I just wanna get out of here. Oh, baby, I'm with you. Oh, baby, with you.
I could not believe the difference. It looks so much better and was back to its original color. Not to mention it smelled really good too. But heading into my bathroom, it was time for a good deep clean in here. Sinks, bathtub, and toilet, minus the shower. Y'all never see me clean that because I just do it while I'm in it taking a shower. I'll get in and clean it, and then I'll shower, and that's just easier for me to do. By the way, Corey is out of the hospital now, in case y'all missed my latest post on him. I usually just put the updates under the post tab on my channel because I can do it more real time. Sometimes if I put updates in videos, you may not see that video for a week or two after it was filmed. So I like to put all of the updates under the post tab. But we've had a lot of appointments and we've just been really busy with all of that. It's a lot. But we appreciate all of your prayers, and I'll continue to keep you guys updated on him. Right now, he's just healing from chemo and building up his strength. The mouth sores are actually a lot better as well. He's able to eat real food. I know for a while he was eating lots of chicken noodle soup. So needless to say, he was ready for something besides soup. The day he was discharged, I actually went and got him a big juicy hamburger, and he ate every bit, and he's actually had a pretty good appetite since coming home. So that's always a plus. last stop before I close out this video. I was gonna hang up Kane and Ray's nets for their stuffed animals, and I figured I would include it in today's video. So I'm getting that hung. These also came with some little lights. They're on a battery box, so they do have to have batteries. But they absolutely loved these nets. They do feel like they're better quality as well than the ones we had before. I will say they seem like they hang lower than what their other ones did, but the quality of them does feel a lot better. But that is gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me and you got some motivation out of today's video. As always, I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me today. Remember to drop a butterfly in the comments before you go, and I'll see you in the next one.